From luxurious mansions and luxury cars to private jets and yachts, these men and women had it all. But a number of bad decisions, poor luck, and other factors led to them losing it all in the blink of an eye. Welcome to Interesting Avenue, and today we will be talking to you about the billionaires who are now poor. Number 7. Jocelyn Wildenstein. Jocelyn Wildenstein, once worth billions, is now worth much less, according to Money. In May 2018, the late billionaire art dealer Alec Wildenstein's celebrity and ex-wife filed for bankruptcy protection under federal Chapter 11 that was $0 and that she survived on Social Security payments of $900 and the help of her friends and family. Much of her financial problems, she says, are the result of a flawed divorce settlement. Despite spending the bulk of her alleged $2.5 billion received for divorce, Wildenstein told the New York Post that she was promised much more. In the settlement, she was given 2 paintings, one by Diego Velázquez, which turned out to be a fake, and one by Cezanne, which was sold for a fraction of the originally estimated price. Number 6. Bernard Madoff. Bernie Madoff is widely known as the orchestrator of the greatest Ponzi scheme in American history. As a financial industry veteran, Madoff went unnoticed for decades before finally disappearing in December 2008. Before the scandal, he and his wife had a personal network valued between $823 million and $826 million. Now he's broke and is serving a life sentence. His gigantic Ponzi scheme began to disintegrate after investors asked for a total of $7 billion in returns. At that point, Madoff only had $200 to $300 million to give, according to a previous Business Insider report. However, Madoff ended up at the height of the plan with only about $20 billion from his various investors. He has been tried by the Justice Department on 11 cases of fraud, money laundering, perjury, and theft. Number 5. Elizabeth Holmes. Elizabeth Holmes was once celebrated as a rising star in Silicon Valley. Her blood testing startup Theranos became known as an exciting investment opportunity in the early 2000s. The company promised to revolutionize the way patients are screened and treated for various diseases, and by the end of 2004 the company had raised around $6 million from private investors, some of whom had close personal ties with Holmes. However, as the excitement about Theranos grew, so did speculation about the new company's practices and regulations. In 2012, after Holmes tried to get Lieutenant Colonel David Shoemaker to sign a test with the military, he raised his concerns with the FDA. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services conducted an inspection of the company. They were told that the device was still in development. Several lawsuits, layoffs, and a federal allegation that Holmes committed massive fraud later closed Theranos' doors in September 2018 and narrowly escaped bankruptcy. Number 4. Björgulfur Gudmundsson. The Icelandic magnate Björgulfur Gudmundsson made his fortune in the beer industry and was also the owner of the British soccer team West Ham. But in 2009, the man who was once the second richest man in Iceland filed for bankruptcy. His bankruptcy filing covered a huge $759 million debt. At the time, it was the largest bankruptcy filing in Icelandic history. Much of the cause of Gudmundsson's fall was the result of the decline of the Icelandic economy during the recession. Gudmundsson and his son Björgulfur, Thor Gudmundsson, were the 2 main shareholders of the Icelandic bank Landsbanki, which went bankrupt in October 2008 when the billionaire filed for bankruptcy. Number 3. Ike Battista. Ike Battista once dreamed of becoming the richest man in the world. However, those ambitions crumbled when his once aspiring oil company OGX went bankrupt in 2013. The self-made billionaire was well known for his lavish lifestyle and inspired young people. Brazilian generations, according to the BBC. In 2012, Battista was worth an estimated $30 billion, making him the 7th richest man in the world. But when Battista's oil company failed to meet the demands and Brazil's economy weakened, he had to file for bankruptcy in 2013. When authorities began investigating Brazil's top companies and why they had been declining so quickly, they charged Ike Battista with money laundering and corruption in late January 2017. In July 2018, he was sentenced to 30 years in prison for bribing the former governor of Rio de Janeiro, Sergio Cabral. Number 2. Robert Allen Stanford. Allen Stanford, leader of the second-largest investor fraud case in U.S. history, is known for his shady deals and for cheating more than 18,000 customers of their money. Stanford's crimes began after a Texas gym he owned went bankrupt. Then he turned to offshore banking and started implementing his plan. According to CNBC, many of the Stanford victims were retirees promised safe investments, making this investor fraud case even worse. Forbes currently lists Stanford's net worth at $0. Number 1. Donald Trump. President Donald Trump is no stranger to bankruptcy. Although Trump has never filed for bankruptcy himself, the businessman who has become a politician has filed for bankruptcy in many of his many companies. Trump's Taj Mahal Casino in Atlantic City filed for bankruptcy in 1991 after defaulting interest payments to bondholders as their finances collapsed, wrote Robert O'Hara of The Washington Post. 2 other Trump casinos have similarly filed for bankruptcy, along with the Plaza Hotel in New York. PolitiFact also uncovered 2 previously unknown Trump bankruptcies. One for Trump Hotels and Casinos Resorts in 2004, which ran to $1.8 billion in debt, and another for Trump Entertainment Resorts in 2009. President Trump doesn't seem to care through his long bankruptcy history. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. What are your views about these billionaires? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.